It is such a pleasure to meet you, Joe.
We've met before.
Well, I forgot my Sopranos season 4 DVD. I was going to grab it off my shelf today and bring it for a little bit of start. But while that's a very memorable role, this part in The Last of Us is like a lost art, the true guest spot, where like one episode we barely even see you, but there's such an imprint that you leave with
Yeah.
this role.
Neil directed that episode, and he really took me to task. And I worked so much. I've worked with great directors. Fortunate to have worked with so many great directors, and they all have different styles. And I've worked with a lot of bad directors that are guesses, and they're guessing as they go along, and they don't have a point of view. And out of that, I always kind of try to figure out and come up with ideas prior in case, and sometimes they like it, but Neil and I had conversations with Neil and Greg, and we got on the phone, and they sent me 2 of the episodes. What episode was I in? 6?
I think so.
So they sent me like the first one, and just to give me a feel of what the show was about. And but Neil knew what he wanted, and he beat the performance out of me. I felt like I was in the ring with Rocky Marciano, and I was using all of my emotional history and family members, and I killed every family member. I killed all my pets, and so when it was all cut together, it was like I feel guilty at taking any credit, or I can't take all of the credit, and also the acting gods, the muses that. They have a hand in all of this as well.
This show obviously is very VFX heavy, a lot of monsters, a lot of other stuff, but you don't deal with a lot of that. Is it weird to be doing promo for a show where you feel you have a very human role that's a lot more isolated?
Well, I've never been on a show with the makeup department was so vast, and the actors that are, and some of them are dead already. They were around, they were on the ground. And I'm standing this close to them, and you can't tell. You can see the seams when the camera is forgiving, but that's how good they are. That's how good these makeup artists are.
What's next for you? What are you working on these days?
I just finished a movie, day before yesterday. I traveled yesterday, and I finished it the day before. Called Higher Love with Dennis Haysbert and Mary Lou Hanna and Thelma Hopkins. And I'm going to do a Universal picture in September. I start, but I'm not allowed to tell. Everything's an NDA. I can't even tell you my name. So I'm working. I'm 74 years old, and I'm still working.
That's fantastic. And what are you watching? What do you like to see these days?
I watch a lot of Turner Classic Movies, the European stuff, and every month I love watching that. It's also a buffer, so I don't get jealous when I see current shows that I could have or should have been cast in. So, it isolates me, and I'm quite happy with that.
Well, I'm very glad to hear you're still working because, again, this is a small little taste of you in this show, an excellent one, and I look forward to seeing everything that's coming next from you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Happy to see you.